Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. This is my mission. I give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Our mission teaches 100% true doctrine is GMS. It's crash out season. I'm going to bring out a video on some scriptures. Basically, a disgruntled employee sets fire to 1.2 million square foot warehouse. Okay. All right. People are getting fed up. People aren't able to live. People's wages are being stifled, cut, shortened, or they are being fired. Okay. Everything, the cost of living is going up. People are at their wits' end. And this is the first major crash out of the year, okay? People are crashing out in their individual lives outside of their jobs, but we're going to probably start seeing more people crashing out on their employers, okay? So let's bring this video out so you can get context.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
All right, so you see Edomite crashing out, okay, taking the whole thing down with him, all right, and that's appears to be toilet paper, okay, and you women especially, you need to wipe your ass. You remember how it was in the beginning, the first lockdown, they had how crazy you all were acting over toilet paper and paper towels, all right, and this man just burnt the whole fucking million square foot warehouse of that shit. And nobody's not getting it now. Nobody's not getting any money from that. And nobody's not going to be able to wipe their ass at the end of the day. All right. So if it's one thing with Iran locking down the Strait of Hormuz and that other strait, it's going to be, you know, you other nations on a smaller scale crashing out at your employers. OK, so these employers are already, these companies are already stressing, okay, about their bottom line. They're not making enough money anymore. And now they have to worry about their employers, the ones that have the stress, have to carry the whole companies on their back at this time, melting down and crashing out. All right, so we're going to get some scriptures. Nothing too serious. 2 Esdras 16:4, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it, right? Nobody's not going to be able to quench nothing, okay? The Heavenly Father is burning this society of this kingdom down, okay, on individually. Doesn't matter if it's plane crashes, people burning down warehouses, or nukes, okay, or intercontinental ballistic missiles, okay, traveling from one end of the earth to another, okay, blowing shit up and causing fires. This place is going to burn, okay? The first death was by water. This shall be by fire, okay? Deuteronomy 24:15. At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and set up his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto Yahweh, and it be a sin, right? So the man was crying basically against his wage, okay? He's poor, all right? And you heard what he said, those lighters are dirt cheap, all right? And he's crying, okay? So that's a sin against the company and all these companies in Babylon, okay? And also Iran has a hit list of 18 major U.S. companies that they're planning to go after, okay? Once this war heats back up, we know we got a fake ceasefire right now, but we're going to see how long that's going to last, all right? So I'm going to break it down in NIV, all right? Deuteronomy 24:14, okay? Do not take advantage of a hired worker who is poor and needy. And that's what they did, okay? Allegedly, this is what how the sentiment of that man felt. And everybody else, I guess, that was in the company. Whether the worker is a fellow Israelite or a foreigner, right? Israelite or heathen, residing in one of your towns, pay them their wages each day before the sunset. Right. Technically, everybody is supposed to be getting paid every day, not every 2 weeks, not a salary, not every month, not bi-weekly, not every week. People are supposed to be getting paid. The closest thing we have to that is gig work, and specifically delivery, DoorDash, Lyft, Uber, things like that. If you're delivering pizza and delivering food items, those jobs get paid every day. But the majority of Babylonians, Americans, they don't get paid every day. And this is why it's becoming harder and harder as time goes on, as time speeds up. People and things are getting more crazier and crazier. It's becoming harder and harder to pay bills and whatnot because everybody is still set on their pay schedule is set either on a week, 2 weeks, or monthly, or whatever, bi-monthly, okay? And that cannot sustain, this pay schedule cannot sustain Babylonians right now, because by the time, or even before they get to their next pay schedule, they are out of money, okay? They are not able to pay their bills. They're not able to get through to the next pay period, all right? They're not able to buy the things that they need, okay? So you hear the guy crying and complaining. So that's a sin against that company. I don't know what company that was, but there's a grave sin. And he said, pay us. So obviously the other employees have the same sentiment, so much so that this one lone wolf, this one guy took one for the team and burnt the whole fucking warehouse down, all right? And didn't think nothing of it. So nobody's not going to be able to get anything because of this. And there's going to be more crash outs, all right? 2nd Esdras 15:60, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? They should not regard their kings on all scales, okay? Your bosses, your mayors, your governors, your supervisors, okay? And their course of their actions shall stand in their own power, right? Men are going to take matters into their own hands, okay? And whether that be against political officials, you saw that guy that shot that health industry, United Medical's CEO, I believe, killed him, to this guy setting the whole goddamn warehouse on fire, toilet paper. Men are going to do what they want to do, okay? What they feel is right, okay? The spirit of the Lord on the left-hand side is going to come upon all men and all facets of life and go up against all industries, okay, in this kingdom, especially Babylon the Great, okay? You heard what he said. All you had to do was pay us, okay? Everything is about money in this society, and Esau has basically weaved a web of lies, deception, lying, and cheating and stealing, okay, to build this country. And now it's going to go down in violence, all right? Because it's built on violence, and it's going to go down on violence, okay, and destruction, all right? So, this country is going to be destroyed from the inside out, okay, due to its people, all right? So I just wanted to bring that out. This is probably the biggest crash out. This person is probably the biggest crash out of 2026 right now. We do have other crash outs, okay, especially a lot of women crashing out right now. But this man took it to the next level. He burnt down a 1 million foot square warehouse, okay? And, that's going to hurt the jobs. That's going to hurt everybody, okay? With that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom.